Hi guys, it's Chelle here, and I'm making a new song right now. I was just kind of noodling earlier and I came up with this chord progression. So I really love those chords. They kind of really fit my mood today, which in all honesty is a gloomy mood, which I know people think ukuleles and being gloomy don't really go hand in hand. But the ukulele to me is an instrument to express universal feelings. Expressing them in music or through music is helpful and cathartic for me. After I come up with the chord progression, what lyrics are coming to me? Okay, so I just came up with another part of my lyrics for the second verse. It goes something like this. It goes, we both know it wasn't so easy to have a big love affair. What fits the mood or the feel of those chord progressions. And because of the day that it is today, which is a gloomy day, which may count for why I feel a bit gloomy. It's a really blustery day, stormy day, or storm's coming. And if you look up at the clouds, they look a bit ominous. Kind of my inspiration for this song, I think. The mood and feel of this song, I feel, is kind of influenced today by the weather and also just in part how I feel internally at the moment. What it makes me feel or think about is fall. And this time of year reminds me of a certain time in my life when something pretty spectacular happened. That moment for me is, I think, kind of what I'm reflecting upon creating this new song that I'm writing. All the leaves have turned orange and red. Chorus. Instead of how I used to feel. Okay, the chorus, the backup, the part two of the backup. Instead of how I used to feel, instead of how I used to be. Redoing the end harmony part. Oh, instead. We find we're beholden to a life that we... So here's my project that's opened up on my MacBook Pro, and you can see I'm in iMovie, and you can see there's the video that I made of the ukulele song that I just did. One of the biggest things that always is a challenge for me is trying to get the video to sync up with the audio file. So the audio file, I make that in GarageBand, and then that's imported into iMovie. I have the audio file down here in the green, and then the video file is up here. Before you start your video, you want to do some sort of clapping so that when the clapping shows up on the waveforms in the video and the waveforms in the audio file, you can line those up. The way that you make the waveforms line up, you can actually pick this up and put it where you need it to line it up. So you can see where the video is and where the waveform in the audio is, it's about the same. The way that we can tell is if we actually look at the video, and I'll hit play. So you can see that the strumming matches what you're hearing in the audio okay. So they seem pretty synced up so far. But As things progress throughout the song, you're gonna start to see where things grow out of sync. And I'm talking just teeny tiny bit. So we've gotten to a point in the video at which things are starting to get out of sync. A bit of an echo starts to develop, and that's when you also know that things are out of sync. So it's basically taking little tiny snippets out of the video to match up with what's in the audio. See the gap up here between the gap down here? So I know that I need to take off or cut out some of this video so that it will sync back up with the audio. But I'm gonna split it up. I'm gonna go to this, and then this side of the video file I'm gonna take away, get rid of. So it says plus 0.1, so I'm gonna try that. Here you should see that things do start to look, and I tend to look at the peaks to see if they line up for the most part. So we're gonna have to watch the video to see. So things sounded like they were okay. The singing, in other words, was in time with what you're hearing in the audio, so it looked right to me, it sounded right to me. So here is what I did. You can see where all the video pieces are broken up in here in order for it to match up with this audio file. So now to the next step. From here, I'm gonna go to the actual video, and I'm gonna start working on breaking down the video to different components within the video so that it's not just always the same frame that you're looking at. You can see that I've added some effects to the video. Specifically, I used one of the tools called Bleach Bypass on the film editing, and then I also did some stuff with the color palette. So I'm doing one last thing that I forgot to do with editing the video, and that's to remove the sound files from the video clips or the audio files that are within the video file. You can see that these are all, there's no waveforms anymore, and that's because I muted them. So I just finished removing or muting the audio that was embedded or within the video clip files. So now I'm ready to go ahead and share the file, which is almost a 5-minute song or video. That's gonna take a little bit of time to share the file to my desktop. And then from there, it gets uploaded to my YouTube channel. Okay, I guess you'll see it next on YouTube, I hope. Thanks for watching.